Hi friends, I'm back. I was going to make white chicken chili, but I decided since I'm not feeling good, I want something a little spicier today to get those nasal passages going. So anyway, I got my beautiful Dutch oven here. I'm going to make chicken taco chili instead. So in here I've got a half of white onion that I diced up and have a little bit of olive oil in. I've got this sweating. So I'm going to add some garlic, half teaspoon of garlic there, minced garlic. I'm just winging this. There's all kinds of taco recipes. This is literally stuff that I have on hand. That is what I'm using today. To that, I'm going to add in 1 can of Great Northern beans. And I'm going to drain that juice. Use any kind of beans you want, or no beans. If you're doing low carb, I still eat beans. So there you have it. And then I'm going to add a can of dark red kidney beans. You could use chili beans. You could use whatever you want. It's your soup. Do what you want. Okay? So we got that going. To that, I'm going to add... I have some leftover salsa. Chuck and Dave's is my favorite. This is the mild Mexican style salsa. I'm going to add that in. I might as well just add all of it in. Why not? The boys will eat this soup. I love on Sundays when it's cold like this to do a big pot of soup and keep it either in my Dutch oven or my slow cooker. And then that way... the boys, if they're in and out doing whatever they do, they can just have a bowl of soup whenever they want. All right, there we've got that. To that, I'm going to add green chilies. Like I said, all the stuff I had in my pantry. I love green chilies, diced green chilies. We're going to add 1 can of that. Okay, let me get all of them. I don't want any of them going astray. Okay, this smells so good. Okay, next up, see, this is so easy. Just throw all these ingredients together. I'm going to add, like I said, I always like to add turmeric whenever I can for inflammation, for broth. Stir that in. Then I'm going to add 1 packet of taco seasoning. I try to get these packets and always have them on hand. I'll stir that in. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. There we go. Hopefully you can see this okay. Looking delicious. Next comes the chicken. This chicken I prepped up last week and put it in the freezer, and I just thawed it out. So I'm saying it's probably 1.5 pounds chicken. So you could probably use canned chicken, rotisserie chicken, whatever kind of chicken you want. So I had this prep. I knew I was going to make a soup this week, so I went ahead last week and cooked off all that chicken breast and shredded it up and put it in my freezer. I thawed it last night when I got home from work. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, before I add the broth, I'm going to try the seasoning on this. So let me get a little tasting spoon here. Oh, yum. That tastes so good. Okay, now I'm going to hit it with a little heat. Like I said, not feeling so great. This will probably help the nasal passage. I have some Aleppo pepper. If you don't have Aleppo pepper, you can use some red pepper flakes, or admit it. If you're not a spicy person, listen, I never liked spicy stuff till I had COVID in June. And I don't know what happened to me, but now I like it. White pepper. White pepper's hotter than regular pepper. My dad, we always had white pepper growing up. So because I want a little spice today, I'm going to add that white pepper. Okay. Now, I'm going to add some of this jalapeno salt. You could add real jalapenos if you had any. I didn't think to bring any home, so I'm just going to add my jalapeno salt. Okay. Now, the boys, Mason loves to eat this with cheddar cheese. And then I'll show you what else I serve it with. They're just tortilla strips. And you can buy them like in the salad section, like where the croutons are, like at Bob and Carl's. They have a section there right beside the produce. They have croutons and they have those little tortilla strips. Or just regular tortillas. That's cilantro. You can use fresh. I don't like fresh cilantro, as you know. So I always keep the dry on hand. Let me stir this up. I'm going to let all these flavors combine before. So I will add a little bit of salt now. Not much, because that taco seasoning usually has a lot of salt in it. And I did season my chicken when I froze it. Okay, so I'm going to get a clean spoon and I'm going to retest my spice. Because you know I've been sick, so I don't want to make anybody else sick. Brock already had it, so. Tastes great. Now I'm going to add chicken stock. This is a 32 ouncer. I don't know how much I'm going to add, so I'm just going to pour it in. You know what? I don't want it too thin and I don't want it too thick. That probably looks good, soup-worthy stock right there. Okay. That is it, guys. Now, like I said, Mason likes to eat his with cheddar cheese. You could add sour cream. You could add jalapenos, tortilla chips, whatever you like. This is just a spicy taco soup that I threw together from things that I had in my pantry. You can add more beans. You could add no beans for it to be low carb. Like I said, I follow low carb because of my diabetic, not necessarily because of a low carb lifestyle. So I eat a little bit. I usually put beans in my diet. So anyway, there it is. I'm going to reduce the heat, put that lid on and let it set. It's about 9:30. And now the boys, whenever they want, they can have a bowl of soup. They can graze on it all day. Oh, let me show you, the cake's done. Here it is. It's a super dense cake. And usually when a cake comes out, it's humped up in the middle. So what I like to do is when it's still hot, I press it flat because of that icing that I'm going to put on there. You pour over. So if you have a hump in the middle of your cake, it's all going to pull around the edges. So while the cake is still warm, press it flat and even. That's a tip to you from Krista. So anyway, there's that. I'm going to make that icing after this. The cake's still a little warm. So once it cools, I'll come back and show you that peanut butter icing I'm going to make. Soup looks great. It's nice and spicy, just like me. Don't I look fabulous? Woo! My dad used to say, you need a shampoo set. When I would get up in the morning, my hair would stick up everywhere. He said, you need a shampoo set. For all you young kids, if you don't know what a shampoo set is, it's when you went to the booty parlor and you got your hair washed and they set it on rollers and fix you all up. So anyway, I need a shampoo set. I'm gonna go and hang out and look up some other recipes and just take her easy today. That's what Sundays were made for. All right, guys. Make you some taco soup, make you a depression cake, and easy, quick items that I had laying around the house. All right, I'll be back later with that icing recipe.